Today we have had lots of things about AI. But have you ever imagined that the funniest thing with AI is the only technology that can write its own user manual, and even while you are reading, it can update it also. So you can say AI is a kind of elephant that is present in every room, right? But jokes apart, today I would like to discuss a very serious topic that is basically really reshaping the healthcare and pharmaceutical sector because though AI is very much important, but how the pharmaceutical industry can get ready to embrace the artificial intelligence that is effective, ethical, and accelerate innovation while protecting the patient safety, because human first, that is the main motto of the pharmaceutical and biotechnology industry. So we all know that AI, artificial intelligence, is no longer a futuristic concept, we can say. It's already transforming lots of new things. We already see new drugs are discovered, drug designing, clinical trial, manufacturing, medicines, patient safety. Lots of other things are basically continuously happening. But however, adapting AI is not simply that we are just purchasing few software or hiring few data scientists. It basically required a fundamental shift that is in mindset, infrastructure, governance, and pharma. So the real question is the pharmaceutical industry is ready for AI? So first we discuss that how we can adapt to embrace the changes that will occur with AI implementation. So today let's discover. I would like to begin with a quote that is, artificial intelligence has the potential to transform drug discovery from a process of chance to a process of design. And on an average, we know that it approximately takes 10 years and billions of dollars to bring a therapy from the laboratory to the patient. So basically, today, artificial intelligence is offering an opportunity to fundamentally change this paradigm. In clinical trials, we can basically impact patient treatment, optimize clinical design, predict outcomes. For target identification, machine learning can uncover different hidden diseases pathways, different biological technology relationships. While for drug discovery, of course, AI can identify promising molecule from million molecules from possibility. So if we talk about the impact of AI in pharmaceutical industry, it's huge. It is not only reducing the drug discovery timeline, it is improving the clinical trial efficacy, lower the development cost, enhance manufacturing productivity, improve patient outcomes. So while the opportunities are, you can say, excellent opportunities, extraordinary opportunities are there, implementation still remain challenging. Why? Many times what happened after we are hearing lots of things about AI, we think it's a magic wand. No. Basically, ultimately, it's artificial. Real intelligence is us, nature. So even we know that a small microbe, recently we have gone through all COVID, they are smart enough to evade the human immune system, right? So basically, ultimately, AI can be powerful tool only if the feed it is getting, it is correct. Because ultimately it is surviving on the feed we are giving. The data we are giving, our processes, the governance behind it. And that will be provided by us. So we are the real intelligence, and artificial intelligence is a tool to empower humanity. This is what I think. So now we talk about, so basically before we think AI in pharma, we should know that where the challenges lie, how pharmaceutical industry can adapt themselves for the incoming AI applications. So if we talk about the challenges in drug discovery, the first challenge is drug discovery itself. Because there are immense molecules, around 10 to the power of 60 molecules we have. And lots of molecules are not even fully characterized. Only data of small molecules, very small number of molecules are available. So what happens? The chemical universe contains approximately 10 to the power of 16 molecules, and only a tiny fraction has ever been synthesized or tested. So in that scenario, AI is frequently basically asked to predict behavior in regions of chemistry that are not yet fully explored. That is the limitation here. In addition, biology, of course, we know is extraordinarily complex. When a virus that is not even a living being that can create such a havoc, so we can think that complex human biology is so diverse. So a molecule basically a bind meaningful, as per AI, a molecule can bind meaningfully a target in a computer simulation, but fail completely in living system. So if we talk about the basically in different clinical trials, the clinical trials generate another set of challenges. Like data is often incomplete, uh, different dropouts, because when clinical trials are there, patient dropouts is also there. Regulators require transparency and reproducibility, while many times advanced AI model that are data produced by them is a kind of black box. So if an algorithm influences a chemical decision, regulators and clinicians need to understand why. And patient safety cannot basically depend on a prediction score. If we talk about the target identification, so target identification has another kind of challenges. So AI can identify definitely lots of correlation. But what if the target it is finding is not accurate? Ultimately, lots of $1 billion can just simply go in vain without any outcome. So basically, gene is associated with the design. AI can identify that this particular gene is related with any diseases, but it doesn't mean that the gene is causing the disease. So in that scenario, there are lots of challenges are there in different pharmaceutical aspects. Manufacturing is one of the thing where increasingly data driven. So, however, many pharmaceutical facilities still operate using legacy infrastructure. Data exists in separate systems because we don't have a unified data collection system still. Equipment may not communicate with each other, of course. Different facilities have different, we can say, their own set of data security and data storage. Real time integration is not there in most of the cases. And without digital transformation, AI so digital transformation is one of the things that is required first in pharma industry because AI cannot achieve its full potential. If we talk about different regulatory challenges, so regulators basically, as Naveli mentioned, that represent one of the most important challenges. Traditional pharmaceutical regulations were designed that remain relatively unchanged after approval. When a drug has been approved, all the formulation will be unchanged. But what if when AI systems are different? Because they are relatively, they learn, they evolve, and they adapt. So regulators worldwide are now trying to answer a very critical question. How do we regulate a technology that continuously changes? And it's a very important question. So successfully adapting AI require more than buying basically uh, software. It requires organization transformation. So if we talk about how we can basically ask AI to, how we can make our pharmaceutical systems to get ready for the AI, so organizations should establish a governance framework that addresses biases, accountability, model drift, cybersecurity, and ethical considerations. So trust will become one of the most valuable assets in all AI era. So different pillars are there basically that changes management and operational culture. One of the biggest barrier in AI adoption is not the technology, it's the resistance to change. Because many times employee often fear that how AI will replace them. In reality, AI is basically is most effective when it augments human expertise rather than replacing it. Organization must foster a culture in learning, experimentation, and continuous improvement. This I am telling that how our pharmaceutical industry can be ready to embrace AI. Because as technology evolves, so the people. The different, you can say collaboration is one of the very important aspect that is required. So no organization can build the future together. These days, pharmaceutical companies should actively partner with the startups, academic institutions, technology companies, healthcare providers, and regulatory bodies. So how basically, and the other aspect is artificial intelligence is basically, we can say artificial intelligence is only as intelligence as the data it learns from. So pharmaceutical companies, whatever data they are currently generating, it's enormous. Volume and data from research laboratories, pharmaceutical manufacturing plants, clinical trials, regulatory submissions, and patient records. So lots of data is generating, but unfortunately, what is happening? Much of this information remains fragmented. So if we want to unlock AI's full potential, organization must ensure the data quality. So organization must have a data quality or standardization, interoperability, and strong governance practices. Other thing is digital twins means pharmaceutical companies have virtual model to simulate biological system and manufacturing processes. The other step is developing interdisciplinary team because today's world is interdisciplinary. So the future pharmaceutical workplace will be highly interdisciplinary, where biologists will basically will work alongside data scientists. Clinician will collaborate with AI engineers, and our regulatory specialists will interact with machine learning experts. Basically, success will depend on creating cross-functional teams that are capable of translating scientific challenges into AI-driven solutions. So, and finally is the good governance, means to create meaningful impact, AI must become part of routine decision making, not just a pilot study. In manufacturing, quality assurance, commercial operation, everything should come under the good governance. Because our goal is not isolated AI project. If we want to adapt AI fully in pharma sector, the goal is an AI enabled organization. So next comes basically responsible AI and governance. So healthcare, as I mentioned, that healthcare is a high stake environment where decisions directly impact human lives. Therefore, AI system must be transparent, explainable, validated, and continuously monitored. And we shouldn't basically think our regulatory framework should also be evolved, because pharma and regulatory, they are, you can say, two sides of a coin. Pharma cannot exist without regulatory. So future regulatory framework also will focus on continuous monitoring, algorithm transparency, data governance, and risk-based validation. So the goal is not to slow innovation, but ensure that innovation remains safe, effective, and trustworthy. That is the most important aspect when we talk about any healthcare medical product. Because healthcare professional, we should view regulators not as barriers, but as partners in responsible innovation. We should work together to make everything side by side, to make everything work. So if we talk about now ethics, because ethical AI is also very much important. So as AI become more powerful, ethical consideration become increasingly important. We must ensure patient privacy, data security, fairness, transparency, and accountability. So if that, and why the biases are there? Because ultimately AI is surviving what feed we are given. Training data is lacking different diversity. It contains biases. The resulting decisions basically may appropriately affect the certain populations, certain prediction that will lead to inadequate healthcare outcomes. Many AI models basically work as black boxes, because in healthcare, clinician and regulators need understand how AI reaches to a particular conclusion, and that is many times is not there. Because when decision affect diagnosis, treatment, drug approval, and patient's life is involved, transparency and proper pathway that how particular conclusion has been drawn, it is utmost important. So ethical AI is not optional, it is essential. So as we can say that AI is not replacing humans. It is about amplifying human potential. How we can implement, how we can use AI to enhance human capability. So innovation, I can say that innovation without ethics create risk. And innovation guided by ethics creates progress. And human must always remain in the center of healthcare decision making. So by closing, I would like to say that throughout our history, every major technological breakthrough, every revolution from electricity to internet has transformed society. Artificial intelligence is, there is no difference, but unlike previous, you can say innovation, AI is entering into a domain where every decision can impact human life. Because if we adapt AI in pharma, then human lives are at stake. So thus given us both an extraordinary, it is giving us, you can say an extraordinary opportunity and an extraordinary responsibility. Responsibility as a scientist, as a technocrats to use AI ethically and very responsibly. The future of pharmaceutical innovation will not be built by AI alone. It will be built by us. It will be built by the scientists, clinicians, engineers, and regulators and innovators that are working together with AI. And perhaps the most important lesson is the biggest challenge is that AI is not, you can say, teaching machines to think. It is ensuring that how human use it. It is ensuring that human use it intelligently. And that is the main purpose of our goal, to adapt AI in pharma means AI will not replace anything. AI will not replace pharmaceutical scientists. But scientists empowered by AI will discover faster, they will develop smarter, they will manufacture better, and ultimately deliver better healthcare, and they will basically deliver better healthcare to humanity. So the future belongs not to AI alone, but to human intelligence that is amplified by the artificial intelligence. So that's all from my side.